Hello everybody, welcome back to Planet X News. This is Scott from the Nibiru channel. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, quick update on what is actually occurring. We're taking a look at a 48-hour loop from the Solar Dynamic Observatory. We refer to it as the SDO. Ladies and gentlemen, what we're looking at here is a very large coronal hole in the northern hemisphere of the sun. Now, you can see it is actually starting to stretch quite far down, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this on your computer screens or your television or your cell phone, but this is actually starting to stretch all the way from the north to the southern hemisphere of the sun. What I just saw, ladies and gentlemen, on the solar wind model was absolutely amazing. Solar winds reaching 2 million miles per hour. This is the situation that we are facing, and it's not going to get any better for, well, maybe possibly the next 7 days, because it does take a little bit of time for the solar wind to impact the Earth. And you can see this coronal hole is quite large, but you really can't see what's occurring under the corona. But I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what is exactly happening. We're going to take a look at the X-ray model. Here you go. You can see here, this is an X-ray of the sun. This is coming from the GOES 13 satellite. This is an X-ray of the sun. You've seen me use this many times before. This basically allows us to see under this corona, and you can see what's happening. You can see right here, the top of the sun, where the coronal hole was that I pointed out right here. But looking at the X-ray, you can see all of this region. It's just like one big coronal hole. That's almost 25% of the sun. No wonder we are seeing the increase in the solar wind. And ladies and gentlemen, these heavily charged particles impacting our Earth will penetrate all the way to the core. And it will heat the core up, it will expand our tectonic plates, and we will have earthquakes. Let's take a look. Now, I stopped the model the closest I can get, 860 kilometers per second. This was at 8:20 UTC time today, June 22nd. Okay, now even though the density is relatively normal, the speed of the solar wind is 2 million miles per hour. Now this right here is slightly under 2 million. It's about like 1.96. But I couldn't, for some reason, I was having some trouble stopping it. And you're going to see some big fluctuations. And I just took it back in time just a little bit. And if you pay attention up here, you'll see the solar wind. I'll just go ahead and play it. And there's been some pretty big fluctuations occurring. And then the solar wind just dropped out. The bottom just fell out for a short time, and then it picked right back up. Very, very strange pulses of solar energy coming from the sun. And yes, we could expect more activity related to the earthquakes and possibly volcanic eruptions. So, ladies and gentlemen, it seems like today, June 22nd, it's going to be a pretty active day of reporting what's happening around the world. And I don't think there's any end to this. I think we're going to be looking at this all the way till the end of the month. This is Scott from Planet X News and the Nibiru channel. Thank you for watching.